Hello, my lovely Leos. Welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. Leos, we have the Mystic, the Forest, the Destroyer, the Creator, the Medallion, and the Kiss. Leos, I feel like I feel like the sense of somebody trying to gaslight you out of something. I don't know what. But it's just kind of this idea of like, because I feel like there are all of these, there's the mystic, the creator, like the medallion, the forest, like there's something that you really want to go for. It's something that you're anticipating, something that you have this like, just this, I don't know. Do you ever know, like, and I know I'm not the only person, but like, there, like you see something, like just a picture of it, and you're like, I know that's where I'm going to live. Or you're driving down the road. I've had this happen a few times, and I'm like, I pass by a business, and I'm like, I'm gonna work there, and I do. You know what I mean? Like just like this, like I just know. I feel like there's something that you're like, I just know that I'm gonna create this, and you can. And I feel like saying to somebody like, you can tell me all the reasons why that's not true. That's fine. Like you don't have to believe. You don't have to. You don't have to be here for that. Like you know what I mean? Um, because this destroyer energy really and truly like does not like I'm not feeling that from us at all. It's just, but I feel like there's this idea of like you doing something that like somebody else doesn't believe in or somebody else doesn't want you to do, and them trying to like gaslight you out of your reality because your reality is in a different realm than theirs, and it doesn't matter. Like you can tell me, no, that's not going to be this, and I'll be like, but I already know this, and then I've experienced it enough times in my life to know that when I know something, I just know it. Um, and so you can gaslight me and you can say, well, you didn't do this, or you didn't do, and it's like, well, because that's not my format. That's not, you know what I mean? And that doesn't mean that I don't have a better understanding of it, because I've become more anticipatory toward it, if that makes sense. Um, okay, so like if you know that you're going to move, right? And you're like, okay, I know that I need to start getting my things together and I need to start preparing for these, you know what I mean? And it's like that anticipation, that like that readiness of something that you're like, okay, well, I knew I was going to do this. I knew I was going to be, starting at this job. So I started, taking care of this, and this, so that I was prepared for this role, however it plays out for you. But there's just this idea of like you knowing that there's something that you're doing, and somebody trying to convince you that it's not real enough. It's not like you haven't done enough. You haven't whatever. You know what I mean? And you're just kind of like, whatever, bitch, I know. Okay. Um and I think that part of that, like whatever I know that's being attacked, is the fact that like can you really know until you've experienced it, right? Like I can know I'm going to work somewhere, but that doesn't mean that I know what it's going to be like to work there. You know what I mean? Um and so I almost feel like there's a seed of self-doubt that they want to plant. But Leos, I feel like we're just so like cemented in our knowing and trusting ourselves that we're like, whatever. you know? Leos. The Three of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Six of Cups. Well, yeah, because it's just this idea of like, I'm taking the good and going. You've got the Three of Wands and the Three of Cups. I mean, the Three of Wands is usually a trip card. That's funny because I feel like the last time that I pulled the trip card, I ended up taking a trip to get all of my things, and it was very exciting. But I feel like there's a celebration involved, Um, so I feel like there's a sense of progress that was made, like that's coming up, um, where it's almost like you're moving in this direction and somebody just tries to throw something at you to make you want to turn back, to make you want to question yourself, to make you want to, like, maybe this person really does care about me. Like, no, no, nothing's different than it ever was before. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to make me question that with some little things that are exactly the types of little things that I was supposed to, you know what I mean? Like, be grateful for before, like, again, you're not going to gaslight my experience. You're not going to make me question myself. You're not going to destroy that. And I feel like the level of celebration is almost just like you just turned it up a notch. Like, I gotta take my good and go. I gotta get out of here. This is ridiculous. Okay. Leos, the Queen of Wands, that's a card. The Six of Pentacles. Again, I just feel like this idea of like looking back over things and feeling nostalgic and having, I feel like this is that other person's energy, like that destroyer energy, because the destroyer doesn't have to be aggressive. You know what I mean? The destroyer can just be somebody who like drops doubt along the way. It's like when you tell somebody you're going to do something and then they give you a long list of things that like of all the reasons that you're not going to be able to do it. And I feel like part of you feels like, well, one, you don't even know what on that list has and has not been done, because you're not really involved in any of these ideas or any of these dreams. You know what I mean? So like, don't come at me with all the things that I haven't done when you don't even know it's been done. You know what I mean? Or don't come at me with all the reasons that I should, hold on to you as somebody in my life. When I look back over everything, you want me to think of how it is that you're there for me, but all I can think of all the ways that you've never been there for me. You've never really showed up for me. You never really acted as my friend. I acted as your friend. Like, I was the light in that situation. I think about those memes that go around all the time, but it's like, like when you first get into a relationship and all of the great things, like, and all that energy, that's usually your energy. You're seeing the good in you. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like when you look back, you see the good in you. And so when you move forward with confidence, baby. Yes. And that is something to be celebrated. Okay. Leos. The World. Yeah, it really does. It just feels like this massive end of a cycle. I love that. The Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands. Like, now is not the time for me to be looking back. Now is the time for me to be putting those cycles to an end. So that I can move forward with the confidence and the truth of who I am, not your villainized version of me. Thank you. Whoa. Ah! Okay. Sorry. That was like a whole stack of cards that fell out on the thing. One last card for us, Leos. We'll call it a read. The Bardo. The in-between. Yeah, because I do feel like we're in that in-between state, right? And when you're in the in-between, that's when you're the most vulnerable. And I feel like instead of allowing ourselves to feel vulnerable, like we're allowing ourselves to soak up all of this extra power, all of this extra, and I say power, and I don't mean like power over people. I mean power of ourselves. Like, you know what? I do honor myself and I do respect myself, and I do require that people honor and respect me if they want my energy. And you don't get to just like show up when it's convenient and put forth just enough effort to make me, so that you hope that you make me question something that, like, no, I'm not questioning that. Um, I am moving onwards and upwards to my goals. Yes. All right, Leos. Love y'all so much. I hope this resonates with us. Thank you for spending some time with me. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe if this does resonate, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.